Let's review how we find equivalent fractions. If we wanted to find fractions that were equivalent to 1/5, we could multiply by 2 over 2. We could also multiply 1/5 by 3 over 3. We could multiply 1/5 by 4 over 4. We could multiply 1/5 by 5 over 5. Or really, any fraction, as long as the numerator and the denominator are the same. This works because 2 halves is the same as 1 whole. And anytime we multiply by 1, the value doesn't change. Think about it. 5 times 1 is still 5. 500 times 1 is still 500. 5,000,000 times 1 is still 5,000,000. The value doesn't change. So we can find equivalent fractions by multiplying by 2 over 2, or 3 over 3, or 4 over 4, or 5 over 5, or any number as long as the numerator and denominator are the same. We can find a fraction equivalent to 1/5 by multiplying by 2 over 2. 1 times 2 equals 2. 5 times 2 equals 10. 2/10 is equivalent to 1/5. We can multiply 1/5 by 3 over 3 and find an equivalent fraction. 1 times 3 is equal to 3. 5 times 3 is equal to 15. We can find an equivalent fraction by multiplying 1/5 by 4 over 4. 1 times 4 is 4. 5 times 4 is 20. We can find an equivalent fraction by multiplying 1/5 times 5 over 5. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Let's see if you can find equivalent fractions too. On a piece of scratch paper, find fractions that are equivalent to, let's see, how about 2/5? Think about what you need to multiply by and find the answer. Let's see if you can come up with 4 fractions that are equivalent to 2/5. Now it's time to pause the video. Pause the video. When you're finished solving these problems, we'll go over the answers. Okay, I hope that you listened and paused the video and solved these problems. To find fractions that are equivalent to 2/5, you can multiply by 2 over 2, 3 over 3, 4 over 4, 5 over 5. This one would be 4/10. This one would be 6/15. This would be 8/20. And this one would be 10/25. Check your paper. Make sure you have all of these correct answers. I'm sure that you did a fantastic job. Keep up the good work.